Welcome back to Hippie Bliss Travel. This episode, we're continuing our drive to Big Sur. On last week's episode, it's the same day, but in the morning we did the 17-mile drive up through Pebble Beach area and stuff. And then we got on the highway and, well, made our way to Highway 1 and then just drove down the Pacific coast. And we're heading to Big Sur, and this part of California, neither of us had ever been to. We heard it was a beautiful drive. We wanted to do some hiking. And so we're heading to it's basically a little rustic little lodge hotel in Big Sur. And this is just part of the beautiful drive on the way down. And of course, it being summertime, there's road construction. And up here through this part, they had it down to one lane, and then they had one of those lights, like a stoplight that would let part of the traffic through one lane at a time. This was actually a weekend, so the parking areas were kind of full. There was a state park we were thinking of stopping at, but then we saw the line to get in, and all the people parked on the highway. Is like, well, not today, maybe tomorrow. But as we drove down, we stopped multiple times just to take in the view. And those of you that have watched a bunch of my other videos, the Pacific Ocean seems to be a large common theme, whether it's up here in Oregon. We do go to the coast a lot. Next month I think we're heading to the coast again for a few days. But though the draw of the ocean for us is a big thing, and we like to go just walk barefoot on the beach and let the water just, up here it's a nice cold water, but let your feet hang in the water. So we always say we're going to retire somewhere near the coast where it's going to be walking distance. But we'll see how that ends up. Yeah, and as you see as we're driving by, the closer you got to Big Sur, you notice that there isn't any like stores or restaurants. Very limited. There was a couple cafes, maybe one or two like convenient, not really a convenience store, but we could go in and get something. And I think we passed one gas station down actually in kind of where we're staying down in Big Sur. So you really got to plan something we really didn't think about. Now, the hotel or the resort we're staying at does have a restaurant that serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner certain hours. And coming up here is one of the areas that had like the cafe, there's the small hotels like also mixed in with these. And I think there was like almost like a little convenience store style. And that was the first we'd seen in miles. A few miles down the road's another cafe, hotel coming up. But yeah, there isn't a whole lot, so plan bringing some snacks at least, some drinks. Now at the resort where we're staying at, it did down by the lobby, they had like a little convenience store that, and they also had like little ice cream bars and stuff. And I'll show you all that coming up. But something to think about, you know, bring in here some a little bit of your food, drink with you. And this is where we turn to head into the lodge. And they'll be coming up to a little stop sign up here, and the lodge that we're staying at is off to the left. We're going to turn to, or the cabins are to the left. The main lodge entrance is off to the right here. And then if you went straight, there was a camping ground straight behind us. And then there is some trails you could hike from actually here, which in the morning we do, and we'll take you along with. But here we are at the main lodge, and I'm getting ready to check in. Yeah, after checking in, here we are driving up to the cabins. And this part of the road's okay, but once we make this turn, the road gets really narrow. It is two-way through here, so this isn't like a little one way. Luckily, we went up and drove up and down this multiple times. We didn't run into anybody. But the first night we were there, which I think is Saturday night, so it must have been Saturday we're driving in, uh, the place, it was filled. It was, yeah. And just so you know, you only get one assigned parking spot per room. The overflow, if you have a second vehicle, you got to park down at the lodge, which the parking was filled a lot of the time. So we just got us just be like a regular room with a king size bed. They do have where you can get like a little studio with a kitchen. Some of them I think had 2 bedrooms, but we just took a regular room here. Here we are checking into the Big Sur Lodge. Our bathroom, towels, our couch, little fridge, bed, and our own little balcony. But you see, there is no TV, just FYI. No big deal. And when I was checking in, he said the Wi-Fi may work, may not work in our room. If it doesn't work in a room, just go down to the conference center, and they have Wi-Fi down there. Oh yeah, and we have a closet.
Ones on the end,
Mm-hmm.
their patio, their outdoor spaces out front.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I would like that.
And each room came with a board game and a deck of cards because, like he said, the cell service may work, may not. I have an older phone. Mine worked a little bit. Actually, I think it worked better on my iPad than it did my phone. My husband has a newer phone. His died about 6 months ago. He had cell service more frequently than I did, but there was, stretches during the day when he would not have service. We did go to the lodge for dinner and here, and they had really good dinner food. I really liked it. Just outside on the patio, they actually had a wedding, so it was a cool spot for a wedding. I don't know, they had maybe 50 people there, and it was after the ceremony. We got the dancing and the cake eating and all that. They do along with the restaurant, and the restaurant's only open certain hours. The where they had the ice cream and stuff. They do. It's like a more all day where you can get some drinks and some snack food. Do have an outdoor pool. They have a little conference center here. I think you can rent out maybe. And the ice machine and some patio furniture is there. And he says if the Wi-Fi doesn't work in your room to go to here, and this is up by the cabins. And then as we were driving down, when we were coming down Highway 1, we kept seeing signs, road closed ahead, 20 some miles. So my husband and I thought, well, we checked into the lodge and then we had some time. So we thought, let's go see how far the road closure is. Because when we were leaving, we're staying 2 nights here in Big Sur. And then we're heading down to Santa Barbara. So the plan was to come down Highway 1 and take it to Santa Barbara. But if the road's truly closed, and Google Maps didn't give us any indication that it was, even when we booked the trip, and to go back up to Carmel and then head back to the 101 and go down, it was going to add almost 3 hours to the drive to Santa Barbara. So we decided, well, on the day we check out, we want to know in the morning if we had to head back north to add that 3 hour drive in. So we're just going to drive down to where the road's closed. So this is the drive here. And again, you see there's hardly any restaurants. There is a good restaurant there. We do stop there tomorrow for dinner, like a late lunch, early dinner. You'll see it coming up and probably in the next video. But yeah, again, beautiful, stunning drive. We're just heading down to where the road is closed. Hang on, coming around this way. He is too big to get into one picture. And as we come around this corner, yes, the road is closed. And I don't think it's something new. I think it's something to do. I can't remember if it was a landslide or bridge or something with the road wasn't physically had been washed out. So this has been closed for a while. So this is just the drive heading back up, get a different perspective, and then we just headed back to the lodge for the night. So I want to wrap this video up. Thank you for watching Hippie Bliss Travel. If you made it to the end, give us a like and a subscribe, and hope to see you next week. Bye.